wanted to know exactly how many minutes she had to spend, told me how many words she had, and your success is amazing. Founders in recruiting and excellence in sales ×2. Krystle Jackson.
share my exact words that I do at my party. So I'm going to go into show mode for absolutely love what I do. I am married. My husband Taylor is an Irving firefighter paramedic, and we have one little girl. She's 4 and a half, Ashlyn Sophia, aka the Doodle Bug. And I got started a little over 5 years ago, coming to a party just like you are here tonight. I did not walk in that room that night after a full day of work thinking, you know what, I'm bored. I think I'll get a second job. But by the end of the night, I wanted everything that I saw, and of course my pocketbook said, find another way. And so I went home and I drove my husband insane for the next several days. What if it doesn't work out? What if I fail? What if it's horrible? What if it blows up in my face? And he's like, whoa, why don't we try the what if positive? What if it does work out? What if you do like it? You are never going to know if you don't give it a try. And he was like, so what happens if it doesn't work out? I said, well, they said nothing. I get to keep the kid. He was like, okay, so how much does this cost? $159 for $600 worth of product. Seriously, why are we still talking about this? And so I'm so thankful that I did. And so my friends laughed at me because one, I could not talk in front of people 5 years ago. I know, shocking now because you can't shut me up. But two, I was actually not the cook in our family either. My husband was. He still is an amazing chef. I'm just getting more amazing products to cook me great meals. But I have learned more things along the way and am more comfortable in the kitchen. And so he actually pats himself on the back quite often for his help in me getting started. So why do I stick around? Because the business has truly changed my life personally and our family's life. We've been able to pay off 2 student loans and 2 car loans, leaving only our mortgage, and worked my way from full-time work down to part-time down to leaving altogether. So now I am home with my little doodle bug. And not to mention we've earned a trip on Pampered Chef's dime every single year since I've been in the business. So that's been a blessing. So I invite you to watch what I do tonight and just picture yourself in my shoes giving Pampered Chef a try. You never know if you don't try, and I never know who's in the room who's looking to make a little bit of extra money. Maybe you did lie awake in bed last night not knowing how you're going to pay that next car loan bill, or you need a new car, or you need money for retirement, or you can't take the vacations that you really want. So partner with me. Give me 30 days. What's the worst that could happen? You get a ton of products, you make a little extra money, it doesn't work out, you get to keep the kid. That sounds horrible. Okay, but on the flip side, this business can truly change your life, and I will be with It's so exciting right now. And so when they're excited themselves, then they're bringing people, and they're not dreading the team meetings, they're actually looking forward to them. And it's just a continuous growing momentum that builds on itself. And so second is I started really coaching my team members, not just cheering them on anymore. And that was after a nice conversation with Sharon Zellin. I don't know where she disappeared to, but that was from her. And because honestly, we help no one by constantly just being a cheerleader. Encouragement is great, and it's absolutely essential in our business, and it's very much needed, but I do a disservice if that's all I offer to my team members. No one comes into this business wanting it to not work out, and they appreciate the accountability and your leadership to help them grow. That's what they're looking to you for, just like your hosts do for a great show. So how do you engage your guests? How do you build relationships with them throughout the party and through host coaching? Do you share your story with someone because you know the business can benefit them? Or do you keep it to yourself because you're worried about what others may think? I actually had someone early on in the business, before I really started sharing with others about the opportunity, ask me 3 questions. And they wanted to know, are you having fun? Well, yeah. Are you making money? Yes. Are you excited about what's in the future? Yeah, absolutely. So why exactly are you not sharing this with other people? I don't know. And she said, don't you think that's a little selfish? That was a little bold to say to me. But once I thought about it, it was. I didn't realize it, but it is being selfish. Just like Ashley said, when you focus on them and you focus on how this business can help them and what it is that not only Pampered Chef can do for them, but with the qualities that they bring to Pampered Chef and to the table as well, you will never ever have to worry about being pushy. You take what it is that you have up here in your mind and your brain, and you move it down to your heart, and you truly think about other people and believe that what we have is something that other people want and need, and then you become passionate and you never become pushy. So I absolutely love quotes, and I will leave you one tonight by Darren Hardy. You have to have the guts to risk the life you are living for the one you are capable of. Claim the dream inside you, then be willing to risk your ego to realize it.